Hey team, welcome to today's workout. We are working shoulders and biceps today. Equipment wise, we need dumbbells if you're working with them. Some of you might be working with resistance bands, but we want to have the most load that we can, that you'll be sick of me chirping on about, but I do mean it. I'm going to be working between 5, 7.5 and 10 kilogram dumbbells. The numbers don't really matter. The whole point of it is I'm just going to be each set trying to work heavier into the weights. Do what you can, work with what you've got. If you do not have access to more load, I'm chirping on it to you again for these sessions that I want you to try and get some. Whether that is trying to get it for free on Facebook Marketplace, the Gumtree, or investing in some adjustable dumbbells, do try and get as much load to keep working through these sessions and working heavier and harder each time. If in doubt though, just try and do as many reps as possible, even more than me. Try and beat me every session on the reps, and that's going to help you work harder. Have a drink handy, make sure you've got enough space. We're going to do a little bit of shoulder mobility to begin with, then we're into the shoulders, then we're into biceps, and ignore these little wrist straps, you don't need them. I've got a little bit of a wrist injury at the moment. It's going to keep my wrist nice and straight for these workouts. My phone, I need that. 5 minutes is going on the timer on my phone. We're going to go into our shoulder mobility, which will get our arms warmed up properly, and then we'll head into our dumbbells. So, body weight first, let's go. I want you to either just start with some shoulder rolls, backwards, up and down the back. Nice. We're going to take it into arms now, big circles, up and back. Beautiful. You just do as big a movement as your shoulders will allow. Let's change direction, rolling forwards. Brilliant. Let's make them bigger. Up and over. If you have a shoulder injury, I'm going to keep you in mind today, and I'm going to give some options. If possible, I want you to take both arms up, hold on to one wrist, and pull it up and over to the side. If you cannot do this exercise, you can't go up, you're going to bring one arm in front of the body and gently just pull it across, so we're all getting a open and lengthen into just the rear delt, into the upper trap there, first part of the back. And release. So either other arm up, gently hold onto the wrist and forearm, and you're going to pull up and over. I can feel a lengthen down my sides. If you can't lift your arm up, you brought an arm across, the other forearm comes up, and you're squeezing across. Nice. Now make sure you've got some room. We're going to be walking into a full plank position, basically up and down from the floor. I'm just going to kick my phone out of the way. I'm going to turn sideways. If you've got space in front of you, you stay where you are. I'll turn sideways. We're going to stretch up, arms up. We're going to relax our arms. Roll down for your back. And I want you just to walk out to a full plank position, hands and toes. Let's lower our bodies with control down to the floor and come to your forearms. Squeeze your butt, and we're going to just rise up halfway to baby cobra, as I call this position. We're going to roll down, come down. I want you to push in one movement up to knees, come back to toes, walk it in, and then come back up. Beautiful, let's do it again. Actually, arms up, just get that stretch. Relax, roll down. Walk it out. Hands and toes. Lower, like a push-up, down to the floor. Forearms or hands. We're going to rise up halfway, squeeze into your glutes and back. I want you to press some hands to lift a bit higher. Nice. Roll down. Push up strong to knees, toes, walk it in, come back up. Arms up. One more time. Roll down. Walk out. We're going to go for 5 push-ups. Hands on toes or hands and knees. Let's go. Chest towards the floor. Advances hands and toes. Intermediate or beginner can be in those knees. The closer your knees are, the easier. The final one, lower right down. Well done. Forearms or hands. Squeeze your butt. Rise up halfway. And we're going to squeeze up higher. Roll down. Well done, team. Here, we're just going to come to hands and knees. I want you to keep your bottom up in the air. I want you to walk your arms long in front of you, and you're gonna push your bottom up as you press your underarm, your armpits basically, down towards the floor. Come to hands and knees. I want you to make like a tabletop position with a nice flat back. We're going to take a hand to your temple. So my left hand has come to my left side of my head. 3 times, that's 4 times, we'll go for 4, so 4 fingers. We're going to look up and bring the elbow through underneath the other arm. Squeeze, it's opening up in the shoulder and twist. 2 and 1. Release, other side. I'm going to face you for this one. So hands and knees, tabletop back, hands to temple, open and twist. And we're going for 4. 2 more, squeeze. How high can you point that elbow up towards the roof? Well done. Hands and toes, walk it in, come on up, and arms are up. Hey, well done. All right. We are now going to be heading towards our dumbbells. You're going to do something called a giant set. It is as big as it sounds. It is going to be four shoulder exercises in a circuit, so back to back. We're doing 60 seconds of each exercise. You're going to try and progress through the sets, try and lift heavier weight with me. That's what I'll be doing, so follow along with that if you have access to the equipment. If you don't have as much access to load as I am, you're going to be going through for more reps. So we're either increasing load and reps or increasing our reps as much as possible. If you've got an injury, I'm going to keep you in mind. I'm going to try and keep everyone as happy as possible. All right, guys, first giant set. Grab your dumbbells. I'm going to grab my lightest dumbbells, my 5 kilograms for this first go. Okay. Our timer is going to go on, so it's going to be 60 seconds of each exercise, a little 10 seconds in between each one. Ready? All right. If you can press overhead, we're going to go for dumbbell shoulder press. Feet are hip width apart, dumbbells come up, let's go. So if possible, you're going to go for shoulder press. Keep going. If you have a shoulder injury and you can't go overhead, instead, you're going to do a dumbbell front raise. I'm going to turn sideways. So here is my injury option if you can't press overhead. If 2 arms is too much, you can always do 1. Good, guys. If that shoulder press at any time becomes too much, just pause, roll the shoulders out. 60 seconds is quite a long time to be working for me. Come back in. Good. Brilliant, guys, looking good. So we're shoulder pressing or front raise. See the way I'm adding a little bit of a bend to the knees as I start to tire. Even on my lightest dumbbells, that doesn't bode well, sure it doesn't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Shake those shoulders out, nice. Dumbbell side lateral raises. I'm gonna stick with the weight I had, my 5 kilograms. Shoulders down the back. Let's go. We're working into our side delt, medial delt, middle delt. Good. What I don't want to see is the hands going higher than the elbows. At all times, the elbows are going higher than the hands. Imagine like you're leading with your BB finger, not your thumb. So not this, this. Good. By now, if it's like not really going anywhere, you rest. You take a couple of breaths. 60 seconds is a long time to go for. Then you come back in and you keep going. 15 seconds left. Good. Count your rep here at the top of the movement. So it's like 1, 2. When you do that, that nearly makes you really kind of pause at the top, which is what we want. And rest, well done. Dumbbells come down. Roll out, good. We're going to go for dumbbell upright row right now. Ready? We're back in. So, Roll those shoulders down the back. I'm gonna turn sideways. Off we go for our row. Up and down. If you have a barbell, you could use a barbell instead of this. You can maybe use a kettlebell if you have access to it. If you've got a resistance band, the band would be under your feet as you pull up. Good, guys. Keep going. Good. What I don't want to see is sort of, big swings up like this or anything. If you need a little bit of momentum, bend the knees, but the movement is still up and down, not forwards and backwards. Yes. If you need it any time, do the single movements. That's okay. But we don't want, this real kind of thing going on. Keep the body straight. It's okay to loosen your form, but if you feel you really lose your form at any time, take your pause. So singles or preferably in doubles. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, we're gonna go for a dumbbell rear delt fly. These will work you hard, even on the lightest weight. So, dumbbells, shoulders down the back. I'm gonna turn sideways. I push my hips back. I bring my weights forwards. Bending the elbows. In this exercise, my elbows are always higher than my hands. Let me face you now. Abs tight, and I'm squeezing into that rear delt. Keep going. So I want you to feel this squeeze into the rear delt here. Up and down, good. What we don't want to see is real and shrugging into the back. I want you to keep it slow and controlled. Slow up and slow down. At any time if you need to stand up, if the back's getting tired or anything, that's okay. But then you come back in. Abs are braced. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Well done. All right, we're through our giant set on 4 exercises. We're gonna keep going with them. Keep going with them. Back to the start. Shoulder press or front raise. I'm going to increase my load. You will see me start now to work between a variety of weights. I'm with my 7.5. Bend of knees, up, and I press up. Shoulder press. First reps, trying to keep it as strict as possible. But if I need to, I can add that bend in. Keep pressing. The alternative option is the front raise. Oh, I would find that quite hard at this weight. So we can either do the double or the single on the front raise if you start to tire. Start with the double first. Good, guys, 15 seconds. So you're either shoulder pressing or you're on that front raise. Shoulder press or front raise. Has this been tough enough increasing the weight? If so, then you might not increase for the next set, or you might. Rest, well done. All right, take a second. Roll the shoulders out. So I'm going to stick with the 7.5s for my side lateral raises. You might have been able to go up, you might need to go back down. Let's see how we go. No harm in trying a heavier weight, you can always drop it down to the lighter. Shoulders down, and we go. Side lateral raises. Take your time. Good, keep going. If I was to loosen my form, that's what it looks like. Bit of momentum up with control down. What we don't want to see, that's really whoa, sometimes that happens, see people in the groups. Shoulders down the back. Keep the wrists straight. As I tire, you'll see my shoulders aren't getting as high. They feel like they're gonna pop off right now. I'm just lifting as high as I can. Good. If you're going lighter than me, then you need to be going faster. More reps. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Good. Shake out. So remember, if you cannot increase your load, then you're going for more reps. You're going faster than me. Shake your arms out. Dumbbell, upright row. All right, I'm gonna try with my 7.5s. So you've either got the same weight as the last set, or you're working to the weight that you did in the first round. Let's row, up and down. Elbows high, squeeze, and lower. Good, keep going. Control as much as you can on the way up as down. So we don't want to see pull, flop, pull, flop. Don't want to see that. Tension the whole way through the movement. Good, guys. At any time, if you need to shake it out, you do it. At any time, if you need to drop the weight, you go for it. 17 seconds. If you need momentum, it's a slight bend to help get up, but you lower down with control. Slight bend to get up, lower with control. 5, 4, doing brilliant. 3, 2, 1. Oh, well done. All right. Final part of this giant set, the rear delt fly. I'm gonna drop it down to my 5. I'm gonna keep it at my lightest weight because I'm gonna really focus on the squeeze of the movement. So, choose wisely what you're gonna go for. My shoulders are down the back. I push my hips back and squeeze. Control the whole way through. What I don't want to see is this happening. Abs tight. Don't look right down at the floor. Look in front of you. I'm looking really where the wall meets the floor in Kim's gym here. At any time, if you need to release it, that's okay. You might need to even go lighter. Kim's got 2.5 kilograms over there. I could still get an amazing squeeze with that. Good, guys. Final 15 seconds. Keep correcting if you need to. Breathe. Squeeze. Last round, next round, sorry, is the last round. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Come on down. So, with the time that we're working at, I'm going to keep working between those two, 7.5 and 5 kilograms. I was ambitious and got the 10 kilograms out, but I'm actually not going to use them. Shoulder press or front raise. Let's go. Grab your dumbbells, grab your weight of choice, up and off you go. Shoulder press, or you're in your front raise. Good, guys, so keep pressing, shoulder press, but the injury option was the front raise. I actually couldn't do 2 arms with my wrist at the moment, so I'm doing a 1 arm, side to side, to give a little bit more support into that wrist that I need to focus on keeping it straighter. Keep going. Whether you are shoulder pressing or front raising, I brought my 10 kilograms over because I can press way more than that in the gym. But the thing is here, keep going. I'm trying to distract you, pressing or front raising. Because we can't train with as much load as the gym, we're trying to train with time and reps. Rest, well done, put your weight down. So we're working with time and reps. 60 seconds is on the timer, as many reps as possible to chase that progressive overload like the gym goers are going. Bring it on in. Side lateral raises. Shoulders down the back and squeeze. So when I'm training in the gym and training with Mark, again, I can go heavier than this, but I wouldn't actually be aiming for 60 seconds and as many reps as possible. So in this workout, I'm actually doing more reps than I normally do, which has meant that I can't go as heavy because I'm getting more tired and fatigued and using up all my muscle fibers on the reps. Anytime you need to take a pause, you take it. Shoulders down. If your weights are not challenging you, keep going. If your weights are not challenging you in the weight, I want to see like a rep pace like this. You have to chase the burn. We've got 10 seconds. It's your responsibility to chase the burn in your workout with what you've got. If you haven't got the weight to increase, then you're increasing on the reps. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Brilliant. Okay. Upright row. I'm going to stick with my 7.5. Head up, shoulders down the back, and go. Double arm row. Good. Could you use a barbell instead if you've got one? Could you use a kettlebell? Get inventive. Think of things you've got in your gym. A handbag with everything in it, but you can fill up in it. A suitcase, I don't know. You can get really inventive when training at home. Brilliant, guys. Keep going. Keep going. So that was with a heavier weight. Let's imagine I didn't have that. Let's imagine I only had my 5 kilogram dumbbells. Then this would be like the pace I'd be having to go for. So we've got 20 seconds. You work with what you've got. If you find the shoulders are really hunching up, keep bringing them down. Shoulders low. Pull up with the arms. Elbows high. Nice. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Last exercise of our giant set. You've done so well. Oh, it is the rear delt fly. Let's go. This is a funny one. Even with the lightest of weights, it really gets you. Shoulders down. Let's push those hips back and squeeze into that rear delt. Keep going, keep going. Imagine I have my weights on my hand. Imagine I'm leaning forwards. This is the movement we're going for. We're squeezing into the rear delt. We're just in this position here. Abs tight, really squeeze. Like the lateral raise. Count the movement at the top. So it's like 1, 2. Count at the top of the movement, and it really makes you pause. Really makes you squeeze. Good. Stand up. Give me a little shake out. Take a big breath. Let's go back in. Hips tight. No, hips back. Abs tight. Really squeeze at the top. Control down. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, shake it out. Well done. Shake your arms out. We are going to go 1 exercise, final set to favors. To feel here, not favor, so and then we're going to move on to the biceps, but not just yet. You're either going to do shoulder press or you're going to do your side raise. I want you to choose the option. I'm going to go for shoulder press. So I'm going to grab my 7.5s, shoulder press or side lateral raise. Yeah. And we're going to head in now. So watch me now, guys. Ready, steady, and go. Push up and down. Good. So I want you to go until you literally can't anymore. Abs tight and squeeze. So you're either shoulder pressing or you're on that side lateral raise. Good, guys. 30 seconds. Add the little bit of momentum if you need to. You can add the slightest of swings, but there's control on the way down. Good. My pressers, we're here. We might need to take a little bit longer at the bottom, but then we push up. Good. You're either pressing, yes, or lateral raising, yes. 10 seconds, breathe. Squeeze. Running, guys. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Well done. So as the weeks go on, you can try and progress to the options. You can try and progress for your weight. Grab a bit of a drink. We're going to move now into biceps. We're going to be working with the dumbbell bicep curl, a dumbbell hammer curl, and then we're going to either be working with push-ups, full or half, just to change it up a little bit again. Have your selection of weights here, your band, whatever you're working with. Try and work through the weights with me. If you don't have a selection of weights to work through, you're going for your reps, as many as you can. All right, Ryan, can you restart that for me, please? Got our timer now, 60 seconds, 3 exercises, as many reps as possible. Dumbbell, bicep curl. All right, grab your dumbbells, shoulders down the back. I'm gonna turn sideways. We're gonna start the dumbbells by our sides. You squeeze up, your palms face your shoulders, palms come back down our sides. Full range of motion. Squeeze up and down. Good. Lift and lower. So the 60 seconds, this weight admittedly is quite light for my biceps. So I'm gonna go faster. Pick up the pace. Good. Brilliant. If the weight is heavy enough for you, you might be sticking with that steady pace. If at any time the 2 becomes too much, you can take it to a single curl. Keep going, guys. So in these workouts at times, you do end up doing something different than maybe what I'm demoing, just with the different options and the rep ranges. Nice. 15 seconds, whether you're doing double or single, try and get as many as you can. Keep going. From the side, I want to see those elbows pinned in, held in. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Take a second. Shake your shoulders. Release your wrists. Very, very nice. If you ever have any wrist problems, these wrist straps are pretty good for keeping your wrists nice and straight in these exercises. All right, hammer curls, hammer time. Grab those dumbbells. Shoulders down the back, elbows in. Your palms are going to stay facing towards each other. Let me go sideways. So the whole way through, the palms face towards each other. Squeeze and lower. At the moment, we should have pretty strict form. No swinging just yet. Soft bend in the knees. And we're aiming for control the whole way through the movements. At any time, if you need to take a moment and come back in, that's okay. Keep going. Good. At any time, you need to swap it to that single movement, single rep. That is also a-okay. So we're doing double right now or single. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Come to the floor. Push-ups. So we have got these at the end of this circuit. That's made it a lot harder for myself included. You're going to be fatigued. These would feel easier, even as hard as they are, at the start of this circuit. So I put them at the end to change it up. Wide hands. Let's go. Beginner. Push-up. Knees close. Intermediate. Push-up with the knees further back. Advanced. Push-up on the toes. Keep going. The intermediate, I call it intermediate. If you want to work between knees and toes, you could from hands and toes, lower to the floor with control, push up knees, toes. Lower to floor control, push up knees, toes. Keep going. That's like a good way to progress from the toes to the knees. Whatever option you're on, try your best. Last 7 seconds, breathe. I've put these at the end of the circuit to make them even more challenging than they already were. Rest, well done, let's take a stretch. Nice work, guys. Nearly there. We're 3/4 of the way through the whole workout. Yes. Okay. Back up to standing. I'm gonna increase my weight, my dumbbells, to my 7.5. So, grab a heavier set of dumbbells, resistance bands, or stick with what you've got. We're into those bicep curls. Palms are facing towards the legs, and we squeeze up and down. We've got the double arms. If that becomes too much, we can take it to the single. If you end up going to single, I don't want to see this though, like a whole body movement. Keep your body overall facing me. I have the tiniest twist in if I need it, but overall I'm trying to go for the double arms. Squeeze up. All about that squeeze up and that control down. Good, guys. Little bend at the knees if you need to. Good. I want one more rep. Well done. Pop down. Well done. So, hammer curls. I am on that heavier weight. If you've not been able to increase your weight, then I want to see you going so much faster than me, giving more reps than me. You have to chase your workout in this. So, come on up into the hammer curls. Doubles if possible. Good. So I'm constantly preaching at you. If you can't increase your load, then increase your reps. Keep going. If you've been someone who can't, if you're someone who can't increase your load, then you are doing the same weight as you did in the first set. We're now in the second set. But I want to see you going as fast as you can. I couldn't go this fast with the 7.5s. Everyone should be feeling the burn right now. Good. If we need to rest at any time, we take it. We breathe. We come back in. Good. Keep going. From the side, those elbows are in. Abs are tight. If we need a bit of momentum, we add it in, but we still control down. 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're coming down to the floor. Push-ups. With a little twist if anybody wants it. Let's go through our options. Most advanced is the hands and toes. Off you go. Between intermediate and advanced is hands and toes to the floor, push up to knees, push up to toes. Intermediate, hands and knees. Beginner, knees are close. If possible, keep it up with those options. If you want to spice it up, whatever option you're on, beginner, intermediate, or advanced, you could go a full rep, then a half rep pulse at the bottom. Full rep, and a half pulse at the bottom. And we can be doing that in the beginner, intermediate, or the advanced options. Super guys, you're looking amazing. Little tip as you move, keep repping it out, keep going, keep going. Try not to lock your elbows out. Keep a slight bend in your elbows. I actually have quite sort of hypermobile joints, so I really have to avoid locking my elbows or my knees out. Keep a slight bend in them. You're doing so well. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Give those wrists a release. We're into our final round, our final exercise. Final set of each exercise. Oh, all right. I'm going to give the 10s a go. So come on up. If you can increase your load, let's try it. What's the worst that happens? We have to decrease it again. So I'm going to increase my load. If you can't, you're going to increase your reps. Bicep curl, let's hit it. So I've got my doubles, up and down. If you haven't been able to increase your load, then you should be going so much faster than me, chasing the burn. Now I want you to be thinking of how for your next session, how for next week you can. If the doubles become too much, you take it to that single. A little bit of momentum if you need it, but you're always down with control. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, doing brilliant. If you are somebody who wasn't able to increase their load, you should be looking like this right now. The reps are flying, the elbows are in. Yes, everyone. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Rest. Final time, hammer curl. I am going to start with my lightest weight, just to start with anybody who hasn't been able to increase their load. But if you can, do. So right now, work with what you can. Either the heaviest dumbbells you've been able to work up to, I'm going to show that, or if you've only got one set of dumbbells, you just have to try our best. If you haven't been able to really increase your load, then give me the reps. This is like the pace. I want you to try and keep up for the whole time. Or you can go to singles. So that's for anybody who hasn't been able to increase their load. Load. Keep going, keep going. Brilliant. For those who have been able to increase their load, you are going to be much slower. You're going to be very fatigued by now. You might have had to go to singles. That's all right. So we're either really repping it out, we haven't been able to increase our load, or if we have, we might get a little bit slower. We're all going to be fatigued either way. We're all going to work those maximum muscle fibers. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, team. Pop them down. It's getting on like we're finished there, but on our last exercise. Push-ups. Full rep, half rep, if you feel like spicing it up. Let's go. So, full rep, half rep. Whether that's advanced, intermediate, or a beginner. Full rep and half rep. Keep it up, guys. Brilliant, looking good. If in any of our workouts you're having any issues with the push-ups, you can get in the likes of Amazon push-up handles, which will raise your hands up off the ground, so you're on handles, and keep your wrist a little bit straighter. So they're a good one if anybody struggles with the wrist mobility, even kind of help a little bit of shoulder mobility. It's something to look into. If you need it, if you don't need it, you don't need it. We've got 17 seconds. Keep with either your regular rep, we've got our full rep, and we've got our half rep. Yes, full or half. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. We're nearly there. Here's the deal, guys. Final round, 60 seconds. Full push-ups. Give those wrists a circle first. Give them a release. You want to go till you can't go anymore. I want you to choose the hardest option that you can work with. When it becomes too much, you drop it down an option. We're going to keep going until we all end up on the beginner option of the push-up, and that is when we're going to stop, because we cannot go anymore. All right, final thing for today. Let's get ready. So choose the stance of the hardest push-up you can and go on hands and toes. Go, 60 seconds. As many full, intermediate, or advanced as you can. When this advanced becomes too much, You can lower to the floor, then come to the knee version. Control and knee. Keep it strong, everybody. All right, good, keep it up. If the advances become too much, go to your intermediate. Abs tight. When intermediate becomes too much, I'm gonna take it to beginner. Woo. Push the palms into the floor. Breathe. 15 seconds. Oh my gosh, we're nearly there. Tummy tight. Strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, everyone. Let's walk those knees wider. Arms are long in front. Fold your arms over a little bit and just rest your head in your arms. Breathe slowly, breathe deeply. Well done. You worked hard there. Shoulder pump for sure. Amazing workout. Another brilliant workout. Well done. You're doing so well. Rest, recover, hydrate after today's session, and I will see you at the next one. Thank you so much.